it's a game, so you got to have fun at the same time. So
Yeah.
yes, it is our job, but we love doing it. So
Mhm.
it's the best job in the world, really.
That's probably the most important thing too, is remembering that it is a game. I think the more fun you can have playing and just realizing that it is still a game, the better your results are going to be.
Hey kids, welcome to Fancast. Fool here. Today I have not one but two guests on the show. It's Chicago Dogs, returning Chicago Dogs infielder Brantley Bell, and brand new Chicago Dogs pitcher Brock Bell. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. Baseball is in your blood, so if you could, your father is a legendary major leaguer. So if you could kind of tell us about your dad.
Dad was a infielder. He was an all-star infielder, two-time all-star infielder for numerous amount of teams. Gold Glover too, Silver Slugger, World Series champion. But somehow I got mom's side of the genes, so I'm a pitcher and Brantley's the infielder.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty much growing up. He would take us in a lot through the duration of his playing career and his coaching career. So we grew up in the clubhouse, just going around, hanging out with the guys. So from a pretty young age, I was able to get on the field and just watch him do his thing,
All right.
just standing behind him at shortstop or second base or wherever he was. So that's where my love of baseball came from, was just being around him and watching him perform. And this year I'm changing my number to 33 because I've always wanted to wear it. And he was, growing up with the Diamondbacks is where I remember him most. And
Okay.
he wore 33 there, so it's pretty cool that I get to do that this year.
Oh, that's awesome. And I don't know if we even said your dad's name is Jay Bell, correct?
Jay,
Yeah.
correct.
Well, that's amazing. I didn't know about that number change. That's fantastic. So when did you realize that baseball was your path? I mean, did you guys ever have an opportunity to not go into baseball, or was it always you just knew from when you were little?
Yeah, for me, I mean, there was no doubt that I would, be doing baseball. I think everything growing up was for me kind of centered around it,
Okay.
regardless of anything else going on. So my parents never put any pressure on us to play baseball, but I think just watching him be around it and be very good at it made us want to do the same thing. So I think, ever since I think my first word was baseball, actually. So I think ever since I could talk, hold a bat, that's what I've been doing, and I'm going to continue to do it as long as I can. Might as well.
For me, it's the same kind of thing. Like just growing up and being able to watch him on TV and everything was very special for us. Or growing up going to elementary school, mom would always check us out on opening day, and we'd go get some Blimpie sandwiches and go watch the season opener. So it was just a little treat that we had. Every kid in America wants to do what we had the opportunity to do, of being able to go and say like either that's my dad or just go hang out with them and meet the players and stuff. And
Right.
I don't know, Bat Boy, as long as what Dusty Baker's son kind of ruined that for
Yeah, he
us
ruined it.
whenever
He ruined it.
his son got trampled over, almost trampled at home plate. So
Oh no.
but later on, when Brantley was in college, I was still in high school, so I had those summers where I could go travel with my dad while he was coaching, and
Mhm.
those were the years that I really got better because I was around the high caliber baseball, and I was old enough at that age, so to where I was able to bat boys. So
Right.
I didn't get paid for it, but I got to sign off some community service hours for it. So yes, I mean, just but like we talked about, they didn't put pressure on us, and it was like if we wanted to play any sport, my dad or mom would put on a hat and come support us. So
Yeah.
I think it
Oh,
was
that's
just our choice of one, we were good at it, but two, it's like just following in his footsteps, really, mainly. So
well, growing up, is this the first time you both have ever played together on the same team?
Yes, I think the only other time we were on a field together was our junior college alumni game where he was still at the school and I was returning to go face him. I flew all the way across the country just to fly out to center field
Wow.
off of him. So, but yeah, he was.
Yeah.
I think that's the only time. And then I've caught some of his bullpens, and recently I've had him pitching to me just to get ready for the season. But
Yeah.
now this is the first time we'll get to play together.
Wow.
Took
So
us a
this
long
is really
time.
an amazing first that the fans get to see it, and for you guys as well. This is really awesome, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no doubt in my mind that this is where I wanted to be whenever this season was coming to a start. So, um, if there was even any other option to go somewhere else, it was like I don't want to start new with a whole new team. So
Right.
I'm gonna go to somewhere where I can play with my brother and to somewhere where he's also returned, so he's familiar with the
Mhm.
other players in the stadium and the fans. I think like him at least a little bit. So yeah.
I think so too.
So now that there's two of us, it'll be a good dynamic duo for us. So
Let's kind of continue with that, Brock. How did you get to the team? Was it you just was it Brantley that asked for you, or were you looking around? Did you try out for other teams? How did that work that you actually landed here?
no, I was previously with the Reds, and they decided to let me go. And like I said, I had no doubts. I wanted to come here and play with them if there was a spot open for me.
Mhm.
Um, and I mean, to bring in someone that I feel like I have had pretty good numbers and I can command the baseball. I think it was a good option whenever there's a lot of good players here that possibly if scouts wanted to sign me back to a different team, then um, we've got a great group of guys so far. So I think there'll be a lot of attendance of scouts in the stands to watch our team and just give myself the best opportunity to get back into affiliated baseball.
Okay, guys, we're gonna play Sibling Showdown, kind of a sibling rivalry game. Some simple questions. We'll start off with the easy one. So, who is more competitive?
Oh my goodness.
Man, that's a tough one. Probably, I would say
Probably,
I probably am.
yeah,
Yeah,
probably
I'm
you.
probably more competitive. I just get more angry at people faster than he does. So, I don't know if that's
Okay.
the same thing, but yeah.
I'm pretty even keel, especially when I'm on the mounds, whether I'm struggling or if I'm striking out with a bunch of people. Like I like to stay
Yeah.
stay pretty even keel. So
I'm probably good for one ejection a year.
I've never been thrown out.
Okay. Well, who of you is the prankster?
Uh,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
probably
it's probably me.
Yeah. Okay,
It's
guilty as
funny
charged.
because we're both. I mean, everyone thinks we're twins, even though we're 3 years apart. We sound exactly the same. I
Mhm.
don't know about looks necessarily. I think we sometimes people mistake me for the older one, but we're pretty much very similar the way we think and the way we talk. And just I mean, growing up in the same bedroom, like we were best friends, so it's pretty funny. We
I don't
do
yeah.
stuff together. We piggyback off each other.
I don't think he's more of a prankster. I think he's just better at them than I am for the most part. They're just funnier.
Okay. Well, watch out for Brock, everyone.
Yeah.
Who is the better student?
Oh, that's me for
Yeah,
sure.
Brandon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Brock,
I'm taking classes right now. It's kind of
really?
terrible, but yeah, I'm still at it. 30
Wow.
years old, still in school.
What classes are you taking?
I'm just going for a business major, something pretty broad. So if I decide not to coach, then I'll be able to use it somewhere.
Okay.
So it's quick change. I was doing exercise science before. I don't want to do that anymore. So I switched, and right now I'm taking a macroeconomics and like a business ethics class, something like that. All online, all pretty. It's challenging, but
Yeah,
with the two kids and baseball, getting ready and school, it's taking up all my time. So I can't
sure.
wait for it to be over. Can't wait for the summer.
Yeah, in middle school, math used to be my favorite subject. Now I'm still counting on my fingers, so I haven't done it in about 8 or 9 years. So it's tough.
Funny. All right, which one of you thinks they are the favorite child?
Oh, that's me for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, youngest.
Yeah, nobody cares about me. Especially after you have kids, it's you slip.
No.
It's the grandkids now. It's still Brock.
Yeah.
Who is better at giving advice?
Probably me. Maybe.
It depends. Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on what are we talking about here? Are we talking about like
Baseball advice or
Hmm.
life advice?
Yeah, I get,
I'd
I
say
get
I'm probably better at the important advice. Brock will give good advice on what TV shows are really good or whatever.
yeah.
Advice that you
Pop
don't
culture.
necessarily need, but it's nice to have those interesting facts in your back
Sure.
pocket kind of thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Who talks more trash?
Oh man,
Probably Brantley.
we're both pretty good at it. We're both really
Okay.
good at that. Yeah.
Just pretty subtle.
All right,
I
one more
don't
silly
know.
question. Sorry, one more silly question. Who is more likely to miss the team bus?
Oh man, I've done it before. Is the problem?
I like to be on time. I'm usually the one showing up early, so it's probably Brantley.
Yeah, probably sure. I've done it plenty of times.
But I'm not big on using my phone too much. So like if there's a last minute message that's like, hey, the bus times got moved up,
You'll miss it.
I might miss it.
All right, guys. So let's talk a little bit of playing style. Is there any way that you can describe your style of play, like your approach to the game, your mental mindset, or how would a scout describe you?
Yeah, I think we've already hit the fact that we're both pretty lighthearted with things, whether it's just having a good mindset or just being an enjoyment to be around during the day or in the clubhouse or having the most out of every day, I guess. For me, is when I step across the line and get on the mound, it's a whole different world.
Yeah.
My emotions just kind of go away. I feel like it's you're in a direct tunnel of what you want to do, and that I mean, pitching is really mental for the most part. So it's knowing what you want to do, what you're going to do if you execute it. If you don't do that, then you got to think of a plan of what you're going to do next, kind of thing. So
Right.
I know I have a problem where my jaw gets real relaxed, and I just have my mouth open all the time just because I'm in the zone. It's
Okay.
yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I think for me, you can expect. I mean, you kind of saw it last year, but you can expect 100% effort every day. I'm going to play as hard as I can until I can't play, and then when I can't play 100% effort anymore, I'm going to be done playing. Um, so I'm going to try to steal a lot of bags, try to hit a lot of homers. I'm going to, pitching and hitting is a little, in my opinion, is a little bit different. He's trying to kind of contain his emotions and be tunnel vision, where
Right.
I'm trying to let mine out a little bit more, or at least experiment with letting mine out a little bit more, because growing up we were always pretty even keeled. But I think it's important to let it go a little bit. At least at this point in my career, you might as well. So see if you can be like a little spark plug for the guys behind you.
Yeah.
And we have some guys on the team who are going to feed off of that and be able to do it for us. Especially with the returning guys, maybe we'll see Jacob Teeter coming back soon. Hopefully we do. And he's definitely that kind of guy for us too. So there's a lot of guys who you can expect to just give full effort every day and play as hard as we can. And we're expecting to win a lot of games.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's nice to see a lot of the new faces too, and wishing well for all the guys. What gets you guys pumped up before a game? Is it music or a meal or something else? Meditation?
Man, I just love baseball.
Yeah.
I don't think I need anything else.
Okay.
Just ready to go. I mean, it's always kind of been that way. I mean, yeah, you'll put on some music, but a lot of times it's just kind of in the background. You might some guys will drink some coffee or whatever. I don't really need it. I'm just ready to go. Usually about 30 minutes before the game, I start pacing around, just ready to walk outside. I got to kind of hold myself back so I don't stretch too early. But yeah, I think game days, there's a lot of them,
Mhm.
but I think as soon as I wake up, I'm ready to go to the field.
Wow.
So I was a reliever for the past 6 years, and so when you're available for the day, you don't know who's going to pitch, but
Right.
you know that you have the opportunity to get in if your name's called. So it's like, yes, the bullpen can be a fun time where you just have your own little games down there or whatever, because you're so distant from the field and the dugout itself. But
Mhm.
when your name's called, it's like some guys can do it, some guys can't. But there's that switch that's flipped. Like it's go time now. So
Yeah.
transitioning to being a starter again, you've got all week to get ready for that outing that you have every 5 or 6 days it is. And
Right.
so it's for me, it's like I don't need any caffeine or anything to get ready. Like my heart rate, like you said, when you're even the night before going to sleep, like you got to remember to breathe and relax to be able to get your rest. And then
Wow.
all day you're trying to pace yourself, and baseball is so routine oriented to
Mhm.
where you, some guys superstitious, some guys not, but it's like you, if you have a good routine, you know that you've done everything you can to prepare and get ready for the game, and it's whatever happens when you get out there is you live with the results. So that's one thing that Dad always drilled into us was prepare for excellence and live with the results. So
Okay.
just being ready all the time and getting out there and competing against other people that are doing the same thing, trying to take your job or whatever it is, and it's uh it's a game, so it's you got to have fun at the same time. So
Yeah.
yes, it is our job, but we love doing it. So
Mhm.
it's the best job in the world, really.
That's probably the most important thing too, is remembering that it is a game. Um, because if you don't, you can hang the results over your head, and
Right.
you can,
Mm.
build pressure upon yourself, and it's never good.
Right.
It always ends up catching up to you. So I think the more fun you can have playing and just realizing that it is still a game, the better your results are going to be just overall. I think it's the happier you're going to be. You're not going to worry about the 0 for 4, 0 for 5 games. You're just going to look forward to coming back to the field the next day.
Well, Brock, you kind of said something that piqued my interest there. For being out, all the pitchers, being away from the bench. Is it true that you guys really don't feel like you're locked into the game? It's got to, like you said, maybe a different mindset, or is it harder to kind of stay to stay with
Stay
it,
locked
or
in. Yeah.
are you guys just laser focused on just be ready, just be ready?
Uh, it goes both ways. I
Yeah.
mean, there's obviously some jokers in the bullpen every once in a while, but everyone knows the job that they have to get done whenever it's their turn to go out there. So it's like if you know they're about to pitch, you can do whatever you want during the game, but then like whenever it's getting close to that time, it's like, hey, do you need anything? Do you need a cup of water? Like, are you ready to go? Like, just get them locked in.
Yeah.
It's a brotherhood. So like we're still obviously part of the team. We all share the same locker room, so we're all doing the same job. But
Yeah.
down there in the bullpen, like, it is sometimes pretty far out there, and it's usually the shorter run-ins to the mound are better because you're not out of breath by the time you get there. But uh, no, I mean, you got the fans hanging over the walls all the time, so
Yeah.
they're yelling at you. But
Yeah,
it's, I
that's right.
mean,
Yeah,
that's
all the
that's
kids
part
are
of
always,
baseball. That's
especially
fun. So
the kids are always asking
yeah,
for
we're
autographs
we're
and
we're waiting for we're waiting for something that we haven't heard before. So it's like whenever we hear something new, it's like, all right, well, you sparked our interest. We'll give you a ball.
everything.
But it's the ones that you keep saying the same thing over and over
Right.
again. It's like, all right, we're trying to lock in here. So
I get it. All right, guys. Well, we kind of got through your style. I want to actually get into talking some dogs. Are you ready to talk some dogs?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's start with you, Brock. First of all, how is it working with Stu Clybourne?
oh, it's awesome. He's very old school. He's reminds me a lot of my dad. I guess they played together before as well, but he's got his way of looking at each guy and being able to figure out something that works with you. He'll have open conversations, and like if you don't like something, you can go ahead and tell him like, "Hey, I don't think this is for me," and he'll work around it. He'll find something else that he can talk to you about. But they have a term for someone else, not Stu, but someone else. They have a term called cookie cutting, where it's one thing, and he's trying to make everyone do the same thing.
Right.
That's not always going to work. So he's telling you we're not going to change much. do what you do, and if we need to talk about something, whether that's pitch shapes or grips or anything, then he'll work with us. But he's definitely got the mindset of commanding the bottom of the zone, because I mean, that works the best for me, because in baseball right now, with everyone throwing really hard, they're trying to hit the top of the strike zone and staying only there. But if you stay in one spot, then the people are gonna catch on and either take it or be able to hit it and be on time for it. But if you can control those focal points of the strike zone and be able to command your fastball, everything else is going to work off of it. So Stu's been great.
Brantley, how for you? We have a new skipper this year, Matt Passarelli, and he's also doubling as the hitting coach. So, are you working on any new approaches hitting wise? We're recording this in preseason. So, has there been any tweaks or conversations around hitting?
No, not necessarily. I think this year with the new players they've acquired, both on the pitching and the hitting side, they're trying to get guys who are, one, appealing to scouts, and two, who are just going to help us win. Because I think the more scouts that come, the more guys get signed, and the better it's going to be for future seasons. So I think they've done a really good job at putting a good product in the field this year. A lot of the guys are coming from affiliated ball or have a lot of affiliated experience. So I think we kind of have a pretty good idea of how we want to do things ourselves. Being around a guy like Chance Cisco, who's got a lot of time in the big leagues. Dusty had a lot of success last year in the second half. There's going to be a number of good hitters who we'll be able to talk to just as teammates, who can give some advice or something if we need some help. But I think for the most part, personally, I work better without a hitting coach, because when I was coming up, I was trying to be like a yes man a lot, because I had Barry Larkin and Eric Davis and these guys who I grew up watching, and they would give me some advice when I was feeling bad or struggling, and I'd be like, what am I going to do? Tell Barry Larkin no? And looking back, I should have, because he probably had about 1,000 different things he could have told me that would have fixed me.
Wow.
But instead, I said yes, and then I've failed more times than I can count. So I know what doesn't work for me, and I have a list of about 10, 20 different thoughts I can go to if I am not feeling right. So it's just figuring out what works for me that week or whatever it is, and it's just keeping it pretty simple overall. Just get a good pitch to hit, load on time, and make hard contact.
Wow, it's amazing. You never really know what's going through the mind of a batter when he's up there, and like you said, maybe it changes every day or something. That's
yeah,
crazy.
I think a lot of pitchers specifically, they overthink too much.
Hitting's hard, yeah.
Hitting is so hard.
Yeah,
So
they say, I've heard it's one of the hardest things to do in all of sports is hit a baseball. Right?
Yeah, so the less you can think, the better you're going to be. And I know a lot of times, like talking with pitchers, they're like, "Oh, I should throw this pitch here because he's thinking this." I don't think about any of that stuff.
Okay.
Like if I see it and I load on time and I can get a good swing off, chances are I'll hit the ball hard.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. Not really looking for anything specific. It's just, am I on time? Did I see that pitch? And can I swing and hit the ball hard somewhere? So, I don't think the better hitters are usually the ones who they're just ready to swing the bat.
Brock, can you describe your stuff? What kind of pitches are in your arsenal?
I throw kind of over the top, just real high arm angle. So a lot of my stuff has good vertical ride to it. I don't know if you have looked into any of the verbiage of the pitch metrics, but basically, if I'm throwing a fastball, it's not going to sink really. It's going to stay pretty straight and almost appear to be rising to a hitter. Wow. So anybody that knows what that means, it's usually around 18 to 22 inches of induced vertical movement.
Okay.
And then my go-to off speed is my changeup, and it's Brantley tells me it's one of the best he's seen, just because it looks exactly like my fastball, but it's
Oh,
10 miles per hour difference.
no kidding.
So it really gets guys swinging out in front and just rolling over, weak contact. My third pitch will be my cutter, just to get something that moves the opposite direction, to where it's not a straight fastball. It'll get off from the barrel, like you want to throw it from the barrel to the end of the bat.
Okay.
So it's not necessarily a swing and miss pitch. It's more of a weak contact when you're behind in the count, getting back in the counts or something like that, or just trying to get guys to break their bats. Really, um, I've got my slider, kind of a harder breaking ball,
Okay.
and then I've got a curveball, so I throw that too as
You
well.
got
So
quite a few bows in
yeah,
your quiver, right?
five pitches right now,
Yeah,
so
that's
feeling
awesome.
pretty good. Yeah,
That's awesome. Well, if I could go back to the changeup, because you hear on the announcers or even Aaron, our announcer, they'll change up here. How do you know? I could never. I'm just a fan watching the game.
right.
So when you're throwing a changeup, is it you try to look like you're throwing faster, or is it there's something different in your without getting too
Yeah,
technical? Is it something that we could look for, or would the hitter see it? Just they know by your motion. Okay, here comes a changeup, but I've got point
right.
0.2 seconds to hit it. How does that work when you're trying to
Typically,
buff a
a
guy?
changeup is just a change in velocity off of your fastball. So usually 8 to 10 miles per hour is a really good separation in speed. So a lot of the time, like it'll break. But if you can't tell if there's a sinker ball pitcher and they're throwing changeups as well, you can just typically look at the velo board, and usually it's anywhere from 5 to 10, depending on the pitcher.
Yeah,
But there's also split finger changeups where, and like you're talking about, you wanna look exactly like you're throwing your fastball.
right.
It's just a way to get them out on their front foot,
Mhm.
just kind of not on time for the fastball, so you can go like a hard pitch, like a fastball, and then throw a breaking ball to just change their timing, really,
Yeah.
just to get them uncomfortable in the box, and that's basically what a
So
changeup
a
does.
changeup is really they're swinging early because they think it's going to get to them a little bit faster. And
Right,
you got the
right.
center. Okay, got it, got it. Brantley, you played second base last year, but I've seen photos from the workouts this year that you've been on first base. Are you planning to switch positions?
No, not necessarily. Um, I think a lot of us are going to shift around a little bit more.
Okay.
You can probably expect to see me a lot at second base, but I might play a little bit of first, might play some shortstop, might even go to the outfield a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think just the more versatile guys are, the more value they bring to the team.
Mhm.
So I think it's just going to be better for all of us. It's also giving us some DH days to give our legs a break
Sure.
would be nice. So and it's just up in the air with whoever's independent ball. You got guys moving all over the place. So if somebody gets picked up by an affiliated team or whatever, guys need to be able to step into a position maybe they haven't played in a while. So it's just good to get reps all over the field for all of us. So we should be a pretty versatile team moving around a lot. I don't know if maybe there might be an exception or two, just depending on maybe it's center field or first base if somebody like Teeter's there, whoever. But I think for the most part, we're going to be moving around a little bit more than we were last year.
Okay. Brock, are you going to be coming out of the bullpen, or are you aiming to be a starter? Has any of that been established yet, or would you like to be a starter?
Yes, I think the plan right now is to be a starter.
Oh, okay.
It's like I said earlier, it's been about 6 years since I've done it, but I'm gonna stick with it as long as I can. If my body starts to get tired or anything, like I'll just move back to the bullpen. But having those like the rotation, to be able to build up that arm strength to go 4, 5, 6 innings, um, it's kind of what I'm hoping for right now. So we're gonna be in the rotation for now at least.
Okay, Brantley, last year you led the team in stolen bases. So in that aspect, who gives you the green light? Do the coaches just let you run? Is it up to you, or is it part of situational, I guess. You 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 had quite a few, quite a bit more, like 30 some more than anyone else on the team. Obviously, you've got to get on base to be able to
Mhm.
steal. So, you did a fantastic job at that. But specifically for stealing, what's your mindset going through that, and how does it work with the coaches?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is more like internal clock. So if I'm getting
Okay.
a lead off of first base or second or whatever it is, I'm timing in my head, or there's a first base coach with a stopwatch. They'll give me the times of his first move to home plate,
Hmm.
and usually if it's around like a one 1.4 seconds or longer, then I'm gonna go. Might as
Okay.
well,
Yeah.
because I think my success rate on that is pretty high. But I don't. I think last year, I think once I started going and I was just safe a lot, they didn't. I really didn't look anymore for any stop signs. It was just know the situation of the game. If it's a good time,
Yeah.
go ahead. If it's not a good time, like you're down by a lot of runs
Sure.
and your run really doesn't matter,
Yeah.
don't give them a free out. But if it's tight and I think it's an important run and it's a good time to steal, then I'll be going. Um, and it depends on the catcher too, if the catcher has a good arm or whatever. But I think for the most part, it's usually on the pitcher and his time to home plate
Okay.
and how well you can read his body language. Because a lot of times guys will turn their heads before they deliver the pitch, or they'll do a big breath or something like that. You can see their shoulders move.
Right.
So it's just picking up on small cues of their body moving is when you can kind of get a head start.
One more question for Brantley. Last year, you were an Ironman. You played 99 out of 100 games, and you missed one. Do you remember why you missed that game?
Yeah, I had food poisoning.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh
I
no.
had food. It was a trip back from Kansas City, and I was sick all day. And I went to the park, and everybody was telling me they're like you need to go home right now. I'm
Wow.
like, guys, I'm okay. And then yeah, I wasn't playing. I stuck around for a few innings, and I was like, you know what? I should probably just go home.
Wow.
I wanted
Oh
to I
no.
wanted to play, but man, my body wasn't letting me.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. Well, this is a question for both of you. What are your goals for 2025? Is there any specific stat or milestone that you're looking to accomplish?
Yeah, just win the championship for me more than anything. I think that's the most important thing when we're here. You can't really control what you do or how well you play,
Okay.
but you can give full effort and have a desire to win. And that's kind of my goal for the season is just be the you know last team to lose, I
Yeah.
guess, or don't lose at the end of the season.
Right.
So I haven't won a championship in professional baseball. This will be my 11th season,
Wow.
so I'm pretty due for one, and I'm expecting it.
Yeah. Well, my fingers are crossed for you kids.
Yeah.
How about you, Brock?
Yeah, same thing for me. I think I have been fortunate to win. I won with the Greenville Drive with the Red Sox back in 2024,
Oh my gosh.
2023, I guess. But man, just I mean, you prepare every day, like I said earlier, prepare every day for excellence, and you live with the results and the
Right.
stats and whatever happens. Because baseball is so crazy, anything can happen. You break your bat and still get on base, or even two bases, three bases, whatever.
Yeah.
Or you see like a little league home run where the run comes all the way around on a bunt or something like that. So it's you can't control it. Once you start thinking about stats too much, um, you just get in your head.
Yeah.
Um, but really, I mean, chasing stats and having goals is different. I don't think there's any specific goals for me necessarily
Okay.
besides just be able to command the ball. I'm not a big walk guy, so I like to keep that down at least the walk
Mhm.
to strikeout ratio. But
Okay.
I mean, just I'm really looking forward to being able to play with Brantley and the rest of these guys because, like we said earlier, it's our first time together. And I mean, even though we were just having spring training games the other day with no fans in the stadium, being able to start the game and run out, and my brother's right next to me is it was special. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, how exciting. How exciting. Well, I got one more incredibly important question for you guys as far as Chicago dogs are concerned. How do you like your hot dog?
Mm. Do you want to go first? I got mine already. I got mine ready. I got a lot
Okay,
of
go ahead.
toppings.
Yeah, that's. I mean, chili cheese dogs was a big thing for us growing up.
Okay.
So it was just one of those easy meals to make. Take a couple minutes and chili, cheese, onions. You can put ketchup and mustard on that. So
Man,
Okay.
I do love chili cheese dogs, but my go-to at home, if I cook them, which I do a lot because my son Brady loves hot dogs. He's going to eat about 200 of them this year, I'm sure. Um, but it'll be grilled with
Oh,
sauerkraut, bacon, cheese, um, some jalapeno peppers, and maybe some onions and some mustard.
oh man, that sounds delicious. I love
Yeah,
that.
it's a
You're like a gourmet
very,
hot dog then.
very gourmet chef. Yeah.
win in Chicago.
Yeah, we should sell those up at the concession stand. That
Oh
sounds
yeah.
delicious. And what did you say your son's name was again?
Brady. Brady.
Brady.
You'll
Yeah,
see him. You'll see him with the nacho helmet on.
oh yeah, we
Every day.
last year he was so sweet. He hangs out in front of the right in front of the on deck circle there, and always
Yeah.
giving you big smiles and say, "Oh, it's so sweet to see him."
Yeah. I think his younger sister is gonna be a little more mobile this year. She's
Yeah.
walking now and
Oh my
trying to do
gosh.
everything he does. So you might have two little nacho helmet kids running around.
Maybe
They,
maybe an ice cream cup one for
yeah.
Tripoli.
They grow up fast, man. I know they
Uh,
really do. All right, well, let's jump into another quick little fun section, or I'm going to call this Fungo. So, right, Fungo, you practice, you get the quick hits. So, these are a couple quick questions and just quick answers. Starbucks or Dunkin'?
Starbucks.
Starbucks.
Okay. Last TV show you watched?
The Last of Us.
The Last of Us or Andor maybe.
Andor.
Big
Okay.
Star Wars
Yeah, big
fans.
Star Wars fans.
All
We're
right. All right.
yeah.
The greatest snack food is?
Ooh, man, probably chips overall.
Yeah. Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its are amazing.
Okay. Cool. Best baseball movie?
Sandlot.
Sandlot.
Okay. You're killing me, Smalls, right? That's all
Yep. Right.
right. Mountains or beach?
Ooh,
I
man,
think beach for me.
probably beach unless I'm playing baseball. Mountains are better for baseball, yeah. But
Like the
I
high
beach.
altitude,
Yeah.
right?
yeah, the homers in the mountains.
Always
I'm a
thinking.
Yeah.
That's why
I was
you're
born
still
in
taking
Tampa, so
classes. The
I'm
brain is always good.
We were just playing golf in the mountains recently. We were hitting drives forever. It was awesome.
Oh, fun.
yeah, I was born in Tampa, so I'm a beach guy
Yeah,
in heart. So
I hear you. I hear you. Video games or books?
video
Video
games.
games for sure.
You can have lunch with anyone in history. Who is it?
Probably just Jesus.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
That'd be
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah.
What is your hidden talent?
I can do the Rubik's Cube in about 40 seconds.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't read music, but I can play piano pretty well.
Oh, all right. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Kittens or puppies?
Kittens for me.
I want to say cats, but my wife she'd kill me if I said that because we've got a dog right now.
Okay. Yeah, better be puppy.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. The most listened to artist on your Spotify playlist.
Mine's gonna be Dead Poet Society.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Um, I've got a guy I like right now. His name is Lee Royce.
Say it again.
Lee Royce.
Is it what genre is that?
It's kind of a easier rap, I guess.
Okay.
Just kind of mellow.
I'm a big rock guy.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I'm not familiar with the area, so I have to look that up. If you were a Pokemon, who would you be?
Charizard.
Man, I was gonna say that. Charizard's awesome. Or I used to like Articuno.
All right. I love it. And finally, describe your brother in one word.
Same.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
actually the perfect word. Yes, same.
The same person.
I love it. Okay, that brings us to the final pitch. We're wrapping it up here. So the show is for Dogs fans that we know and love, but also new fans that we'd love to have come out to the game. So do you have any special message for Dogs fans?
Yeah, it's the best place to watch baseball. In my opinion, um, even maybe even major leagues included, depending on what you're going there for, because you have a intimate relationship with the players more so than you would at Wrigley Field or wherever else, whatever team is your favorite. Um, you're gonna get one-on-one time with the players, and it's gonna be entertaining, and it's gonna be good baseball, and the field's amazing at Impact Field. So come to a game, try it out. You're gonna love it.
All right. How about you, Brock? Can it feel the same?
Yeah, but I mean, this will be my
Well,
first season here. I came for a couple games last year during my All-Star break, and I mean, me as a fan myself at the time, I had a blast.
Yeah.
I definitely waited in line a little bit too long for Dippin' Dots, but it was worth it for sure.
Oh, I love it. All right, guys. Is there any way that fans can follow you or connect with you online?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know my handles or anything, but if you search Brantley Bell, I don't think there's too many of us.
All right, we'll put it in
I'll
the
use Instagram more than I will anything else.
Instagram. Okay. And how
Yeah,
about
that's the only thing I use. So I mean, I'm not very good at using it, but
you?
my page is definitely not private. So if you need to see something, it's right there for you. So I think it's I would say Brock _ Bell 33. I think it is.
Okay.
So
All right. We'll put it there.
yeah.
Fans, remember to follow the Fool. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube and TikTok. We're going to try some TikTok this year. Just search Chidogfool, Chidogfool. And then also make sure you give this video a like and subscribe and make your comments. I love that stuff. Um, Guys, Brantley, Brock, thank you so very much for being here. This is truly a joy, and I'm so excited for both of you, and excited for the season to get started. But I just knowing that you guys are here and this is first time for you both. How exciting is that? And I think it's going to be a really special year, and I can't thank you guys enough for being here and being on the show.
No, thank you. Yeah, we
Thank
can't
you.
wait.
We had a blast.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Go Dogs.
Hey, Dogs fans, I'm Brock.
I'm Brantley.
We're the Bell Brothers.
Follow the
Follow
Fool.
the Fool.